What is up, wrestling fans, and welcome to this first episode of This Week in Sports Entertainment, the preview edition, where we'll be talking about what's coming up on Raw tonight, as well as some other stuff in the WWE world. Tonight's Raw should be a good one. It's the go-home show for Night of Champions, and look, there's a lot of stuff that should be going on tonight. I'm looking at the card right now, and it's actually a really impressive card. I mean, you've got Lesnar Cena, you've got Ziggler Miz. I mean, I'm looking forward to Sheamus Cesaro, really. They haven't really built up the match that much, but I'm looking forward to it. I mean, so let's take a look at what we can expect tonight. Obviously, it's going to be pretty heavy, I think, on Lesnar Cena. That's the one that everybody wants to. That's one everybody wants to see, and Reigns and Rollins, we'll probably see a lot about that. One that I have down here that I'm still kind of confused about in a way is Orton and Jericho. We saw that attack backstage on Monday night. Orton going after Jericho. I'm not really sure where this leads because we're supposed to believe, or at least we've been told that Jericho will be going on tour this fall. I was under the assumption that Wyatt was going to be his last feud and he was going to be out the door. Be interesting to see what they do there. The tag match for the titles, Usos and Gold and Stardust. I hear a lot of people say that they like the heel turn by Gold and Stardust. I don't know that I'm really behind it. I guess it hasn't really been explained to me all that much. They needed to have a heel tag team go against the Usos. I understand it. I'd really like to see Goldust and Cody Rhodes, Stardust, get the titles. Where they go from there, maybe the Ascension. I mean, it seems like they're on their way up, but I'll get into that when I talk about NXT in a little bit. It should be a good match, though. I think Goldust and Stardust are going to work really well with the Usos. We'll see what they do with that tonight, and I've purposely avoided, until now, the Divas triple threat for the title. The fact that AJ Lee is being inserted into this storyline, I like it. I think it makes it more interesting, and I mean, obviously, Stephanie's going to be involved somehow. I mean, there's a lot going on there, but it's just not all that interesting to me. But we're really, I mean, it should be a packed show tonight, and my expectations are really high for Raw tonight. And one other thing that I have here, another question: will we see the Bunny again? It's kind of funny that they take Adam Rose off of TV for several weeks. He comes back, and the Bunny is sort of thrust into the spotlight here, and kind of interesting how they take an angle from the JBL and Cole show, which, if you're not watching that, I think it's still really good. I kind of go off and on with watching it, and it's really good, though. So they've taken the Bunny angle seemingly from the JBL and Cole show and now put it on Raw, and there's all sorts of speculation as will we see who's in the Bunny suit, and who's it going to be, and is there going to be a feud maybe between the Bunny and Adam Rose, or is there going to be a tag team? It is what it is. I wasn't a fan of Adam Rose really before I went and read an interview with him, and I can link to it in the description, or maybe I'll tweet it out tonight when I find it, where he pretty much said that the Adam Rose character is more what he is looking for. It's more true to him. So I have to give not only him, but I guess I also have to give Triple H credit, since he's the guy down in NXT, for trying to get these guys characters that they're more comfortable with. I mean, I was a fan of the Leo Kruger character, and I know a lot of other people were too. But if this is what the guy behind the Adam Rose character really wants, and if creative can make it work, kudos to them. Nice transition into talking a little bit more about NXT, because one of the highlights of Raw last week was the tag match featuring the 4 competitors in the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT title. And Cage Side Seats, which is where I go for really all of my wrestling news, great website they have over there, they have talked about there being rumors that Sami Zayn and Tyler Breeze and Adrian Neville will be with the main roster for at least the next couple weeks and maybe the foreseeable future. So that's really interesting. There's no word as to whether they're going to be actually on Raw or if they're just going to be working dark matches with the rest of the guys. Do I want to see these guys on Raw every week? In a way, yes, because I think they're that good. But at the same time, I think there might be a danger of oversaturating the product, especially when Triple H says something like he did in an interview with Michael Cole after TakeOver, where Triple H pretty much came out and said that he wants NXT to be the next WCW. He wants it to be its own brand, completely separate from the WWE. I will say, yes, that would be amazing. And it's not as though we can't see guys move back and forth. I think that would kind of add a nice wrinkle to it. But also, B, I think it's happening already. And I think if you've watched TakeOver Fatal 4-Way, I think you might even be able to see that. I kind of am an infrequent watcher of NXT, not because it isn't good, more because, my time is limited, and, I get that it's only a 45-minute show. There's a lot of good action on it, and maybe I'll do a better job of trying to keep up with watching it, but the one match that really, really was probably my favorite match of the night was Enzo Amore and Kaz. That match with Sylvester Lefort. I knew a little bit about Enzo and Kaz before from watching NXT a little bit, but these guys, to me, they just stole the flippin' show. I mean, the BAWLD, bold, that was that was awesome. So, I'm really hoping that the guys from NXT will be around on Raw, but I really, really, really hope that Triple H can kind of get what he wants in making NXT its own brand, branching it off, and making it, like he said, the new WCW. To have competition is a lot of what a lot of fans are saying is wrong with the WWE right now. There is no competition. And there's not going to be any competition from outside. But if there can be competition from the inside, that might even be even better. Because, it's not like the main roster guys can't go down to Orlando to Full Sail and see what's going on. It's not like they don't know what's going on if, they hear what Triple H is saying or any of the other guys are saying. So inside competition might even be better than outside competition. And I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens not only with NXT, but if some of the guys from NXT can be on Raw and not officially be brought up, but can at least be put into matches with some of the guys, just to kind of give the network its own showcase. And I listened to the Solid Monster Sounds Off, excellent podcast by the way, yesterday, and he pretty much brought this up in saying that he thinks that NXT being on the heels of the main roster is a good thing, and I totally have to agree with him. So looking forward to a really good Raw tonight. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to build for Night of Champions. I really want to see, Cesaro and Sheamus built a little bit. I mean, Ziggler and Miz, they've spent a lot of time on, and that's fine. Reigns and Rollins, we all kind of figured Dean Ambrose is coming back, probably at Night of Champions. I mean, Henry and Rusev, they could do a little bit with build-up wise, I think. And, I mean, that's another match that I'm really looking forward to as well. And that's about all I got, guys. I'd like to hear what you think. Jump in on the comments below. If you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, you know what to do. There's buttons for each. I will be live tweeting Raw tonight. You can follow me along at Justin C. Dolan on Twitter. I'll link that below in the description as well. We will see you guys probably sometime later next week. I might put another video on here. Otherwise, expect a video probably after Night of Champions, because I'll actually have a chance to watch it live, which I normally don't get to do because of my work schedule. So we will see you guys on Twitter. We will see you guys on here next week. And thank you very, very much for watching this first episode of This Week in Sports Entertainment, the preview edition. We'll see you guys next time.